Gift destructuring assignment. First we compile, we run the server. As you can see, it's running. This is the last topic, const.js. And this time we don't create a new file in the static folder. The reason why we did this before, because the Webpack builder and Webpack compiler are gonna affect the variable scope when you declare it with the let or constant const keyword. But today we're gonna talk about this structuring assignment. So nothing associated with the variable scope, so we don't have to use static folder anymore. We just use typical way to import the JS file. Import dot means this folder, and just relative path. Right here you can just attach .js to the file name, or just delete it. It doesn't matter, right? So yeah. This is .3 this structuring assignment JS. Yeah, it's running. Number 3. Okay, so in this topic, cover things. This structure assignment. First is array, object, string, function. JSON. Okay, let's start. So first, the structuring assignment, which is very straightforward. I'm gonna not talk about the explanation of this terminology, just show you the code. Talk is cheap, show you the code. Yeah. Let. So in the traditional way, if there is array and 1, 2, 3, when we want to display the array, we need to do this. A, B, C, and let A equal to array. B, C. A very simple thing. We wrote with 5 lines of code, which is ridiculous, and now we don't want to do this anymore, and we just give it A, B, C. Now it's ABC 1, 2, 3 here, so it's really straightforward. This is called the structuring assignment. The structure while you are assignment, while you're doing assignment. Okay, so what if there's a D? What if there's a D and we display D here? So D is undefined, right? B, C, D. Yeah, A1, B2, 3, 3, D undefined, because Yeah, it is undefined. All right. So suppose it's Eric, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, which is there is an array inside of array, right? So let's do A B C D D E F. So E F. There's an so D E is 4 and F is it is an array, right? As you can see here, F and array, right? So what if we want to get the these two values? We just give it a B C D E F G, right? We just print F again, so now F is 5, as you can see here. So F is the first number and G is 6, obviously. So if there's no G, just give us individual F, still it is 5. So actually I think it's pretty straightforward. So F is the first element of this array, right? So this is again, this is the structuring assignment, tricky thing. So A B C D E F G and H. What if there is a H? Let's do it 10. And there's array 7 and 8. G is 7, H is 8, right? Right here. So G is 7, H is 8. So what does this mean? It means default value. So suppose there's no 8. H is 10, right? So when there's only one element in this array, so the H gonna get the default value. One tricky thing, suppose there is hi, there is a function for so this is a function full, and we give it a passive value full. We give it a default value, which is a function. Let's do it like 1. All right. So console I not 1, 11. All right. So I is 11 when this array is empty. So it means that this I gonna get the default value. It's right here. And this is function full, right? You can see it here. And this I is undefined, right? Because this is a default value. So object. So pretty much the same thing. Suppose there is an object that obj dot name vehicle and age 28. So that when you wanna, so bracket, this bracket is array. This bracket object. Alright, as always. So let name age obj and the console log name age name vehicle age 28, right? Just same as array. So what if we this structuring assignment we do it in a reverse order? It means like we do it age name. Does it work? It works. It works. So basically, when we do this structuring assignment, so when we get assignment from object, we use the case to get the value, right? Whereas in the array, we use the order of the elements to get, because right here, if you get only one element here, f, and there's two elements in this one, 5 and 6, so only get f is 5, right? As we saw, it is 5, so we get the value based on the order, and this one is based on the case. So suppose we want to get so it is based on the case. So what if we get it with this one? We change the name on defend, right? So it means that you get a constant, you get a value name 1, but this is on defend, so you didn't get anything from the object right here. So you cannot just rename it as you want. So what if you want to do it? You want to get the you get a new name for this thing. You need you need the original value. Let's see this. Yeah, now it's working. Name vehicle age 28. So this is the rename. You get at the same time you rename it. So suppose yeah, so how about we still use the original name? It's just not defend, right? So you just get a value directly to the h1, not h anymore. So h is not defend, all right? So you can just not use name the original key to display it. You need to use this new name. So this is the structuring assignment of objects. So how about a string? String is fairly simple. It's just the same thing as array. It's just same thing as array. So let where is it? hi, okay, jk, right? J and a K. Str console log J. Okay. JFKE, FEECO or FECO. So you got it. You got it right here. So you just use this symbol, the square bracket. So how about we use curly bracket here? We do this structure with in an object way. It's on defend. So you have to do it in an array way. Yeah, it makes more sense, right? Because it's string is kind of like an array. It's a stream of a set of characters, right? So you have to do the structure with the array. So function. Function is associated with values. One is when you use it destructure the parameters. So first, suppose we have a array called A, B, and C, and we have function for. We have already a function here. So function one for one, and so this is function for one to this structure parameters B and C. Now right here you need to accept a parameter, right? What if we do for one and array? This is a function for one to the structure parameter 1 to 3, as you can see it here, right? So once this function accept parameter and parameter, you know that it is array, so you just you know, destructure that directly, right? So what if, so sometimes there's like a function called foo2, there's empty, but you gotta, let's do example of object. So suppose there is an object called user, name, vehicle, age. At the end of the day, you return this user. So now we want to destruction the return value. All right. So this is what we return is actually an object. So we have to use object way to destructure that. So name, age, and foo2. So this is foo2 to the structure return value, name, age, foo2 to the structure return value, foo2 with vehicle 28, right? So this is like the way of the function, the way of function to the structure parameters and return values. One last thing is JSON. So suppose we have JSON data. So the type of JSON data is, you can write it like this. So hello world. K values. So this is a JSON, right? And suppose we ask the data from the backend, we retrieve data from backend, and we parse that to our object. So let obj1 equal to JSON.parse JSON data, and we know this is object, so we just destructor them this way. Hello case obj1 console log JSON data hello case. JSON data hello world k values, as you can see. So you just retrieve the data from the backend, which we always do. We do it all the time. We retrieve data and we just parse it. We just get the object and we just structure that. It's fairly simple. This is pretty much architectural assessment.